What's up, YouTube? Let's get real. This YouTube stuff is hard. I said when I started this I was going to carry on doing videos whatever the weather, and I was going to try and do them whatever the mood, just so I could show you exactly how the entrepreneurial journey is. But the crazy thing is that when you feel like shit, you don't want to do a YouTube video. Who knew? The last month or so have been difficult, to say the least, and I've been stressed, so stressed. I just don't think I'd realised how much until I kind of broke a little bit the other week, and I'll dive into that a little bit later. But what I've been doing, so I kind of snapped a little bit and threw my toys out the pram with myself, and reacted, and I was fortunate enough that a bunch of people reached out to see how I was doing, and that was if I was okay. And one person had talked about their coping mechanism being journaling, and the fact that that's what helps them appreciate things and really reconcile feelings and thoughts they've got that day. And it's not really something that works for me. I've tried it before. I've never stuck to it. Didn't work. Maybe sticking to things is hard for me. It's an ADHD thing, probably. At least I know there's a reason for it now, or at least have an excuse. I would like to fix it, but let's do one thing at a time. So I realised what I really needed probably was some form of therapy, but NHS therapy feels like something that I haven't tried, frankly. But just calling the NHS and being like, hey, can I get some therapy because I'm stressed, feels really throwaway. I feel like that's taking someone else's much more valuable time. Someone else might need much more than I do. And that might be martyrdom 101, frankly, or it might be reasonable. But at the very least, I go, okay, well, what are the other options? The other options are private therapy. And Lord knows I don't have the budget for that right now, because that's why times are so tough, because business is tough. So I can't be going around spending huge amounts of money on therapy right now. So I came up with this novel idea of the fact that, I'm doing YouTube videos, or I'm supposed to be doing them. Why don't I use that as therapy? And that's kind of what these YouTube videos are for. But what I mean is that I've been doing a couple of these myself privately. They're private videos, you can't find them. Hopefully you can't find them. Treating this camera like my therapist, which sounds like narcissism 101. Most of the time I'm not staring at myself. I mean, I'm not even staring at myself now because I'm there, not there. Most of the time I'm staring at that window and just laying back like an actual therapy chair. Because this chair goes far back, by the way. Oh no. It goes this far back. Not a great video if I do things from down here. Shout out Noble Chairs, by the way. If you want to send me a sponsorship or a promo code, I'll take it. That'd be amazing. But yeah, I've been doing this as therapy, and it's kind of working for me. The first one I did while I was super angry, and it didn't help things. My camera, for some reason, just wasn't. It was lagging 3 minutes into a rant every single time. But what I realised is that, so I had to record 3 or 4 times. The first time I think I restarted, and then the next 2, 3, possibly even more times, I just carried on from where I left off, knowing that this wasn't supposed to be a video that was going to be published. It doesn't matter as long as I've got a stimulus to talk to at work. And what I realised was every single time I hit record again, I was less pissed off. I was slightly nicer, and my tone was improved. And by the last video that I'd done through this whole personal therapy, YouTube as a therapist, camera as a therapist model that I was creating, was that I'd basically created this mini catharsis to be able to talk about things in a way that is literally me talking to myself in my apartment, which is crazy. But in a way that's not weird, because I'm talking to something. I don't have someone sat there on my sofa asking me why and what and questions like a therapist would, but I'm also not just chatting to myself with nothing around, which would be weirder. This actually helps. And so there's a couple of videos now of me, which I'll probably never watch back and may not ever even publish, to be honest. But just me chatting to myself, talking through my woes and my problems, and doing some mental processing and problem solving and figuring it out. And it's helping at the moment. Maybe that stops helping soon, but it's helping at the moment, and it's really working for me. So just thought I'd share that with you in case this is something that might work for you too. I guess you think of it like the diary room in Big Brother. Am I showing my age there? Maybe not. But just like talking to someone about what you're going through, and it gets something off your chest, right? Like that saying is really interesting because it does feel like a weight off when you've spoken about it. So, yeah. Last few months been stressful. That's been the thing that has been keeping me a little bit saner. And this week is just a bit better than it has been. Some people have said some really nice things this week. You know, either be it about my health and my well-being, I look fitter, I am fitter, you know, you're in great shape or whatever. Like, awesome, thank you, that makes me feel nice. Someone said, why are you tired? And I'm like, well, great, that's awesome. So that counteracts it. Sleep I do need to continue improving on. But yeah, feeling a bit better in myself and realizing more and more that, you know, there's things that you can affect and things that you can't affect, right? And most of the woes I have are things that I can affect, only I can affect, and by affecting them I fix some stuff. So I should probably get a move on and fix those things, frankly. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and that's probably what I'm going to go and do now. So I won't bore you anymore. I think I'm getting better at keeping these videos nice and short, and hopefully getting across what I want to say. I think the old one of this was like 20 minutes. It's crazy for those who late from the first videos, but yeah, not a super exciting one, but hopefully a wholesome one. So come back to after a little mini hiatus of probably many more hiatuses. Hiati. What's the plural of hiatus? I don't know. Whatever it is. Yeah. If you're still watching, thank you for doing so. If you're and if no one sees this because the algorithm hates me for not uploading for a long time, then that's totally fair too. As ever, these exist selfishly, primarily for me to stay sane, as do the private ones that now exist too. Thanks for watching, and hopefully the next video will be a much more exciting one. I'll see you then. Peace.